No, Peyton was a bucket. Um, After this, we are going to go talk about the winners and losers of the offseason. We wish we got this podcast rolling a little earlier, so it's kind of late into the offseason. But we got more news and stuff like that. My winners of the offseason, I have three. We didn't have like a number amount of how many we can go. Y'all can go 15 if y'all want. But my winners of the offseason team wise is the Atlanta Hawks, Denver Nuggets, and Houston Rockets. There are a couple more. I'm not hating on any other team. But what Atlanta, first of all, let me just speak on my team real quick. What Atlanta has finally gave Trae Young the chance to have an optimized offense. Like when Trae Young leaves the court, I'm not worried about who can you throw the ball to and get some points. Now, obviously, Trae Young's going to play a lot of minutes with Porzingis. We're going to see it, but there's going to be a lot of minutes where Porzingis is on the court without Trae Young. Like, because he's probably going to be our best offensive option. No, he is our second best offensive option on the team. I love Jalen Johnson. That's his jersey. But he's not ready as a shot creator yet. And that's why you bring Porzingis in. Then you bring defensive help with Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Luke Kennard, and stuff like that. Well, Nickeil for defensive help, Luke Kennard for spacing and stuff like that. You have Nickeil that he was a 37% three-point shooter off a good volume. Great. Elite. Showed up, one of the best defensive players, on-ball defensive players. You saw him bucking Jamal Murray. We see the clips of Jamal Murray and Jaden McDaniels trapping people half court and stuff like that. You're going to see that this year with Dyson and Nickeil because they're going to play the court at sometimes. Definitely on late games where we take Trae Young out the game for like our best defensive lineups. We're going to see on lineups sometimes of Dyson, Nickeil, maybe Zach or Jalen. Oh, well, I was trying to do a double big lineup, but you can see Dyson, Nickeil, Zach, Jalen, and Porzingis, or same thing, you put it on Yucca, or you could put up both the bigs, take Zachary out, and now you have a big lineup of defenders, and there's not really much teams can really do with it. Like, there's no, like, matchups you can really get to in that. Actually, let's just go one by one. Like, I don't know how many winners, do you have a lot of winners?
I got two.
You got two?
Losers.
I got like 3 and 2.
Okay, y'all can give me a winner. Well, we can go back and forth. Oh wait, let me give a loser. We'll do like one winner, one loser, and stuff like that. A loser for me, I'm gonna go the Pacers. It's kind of unfortunate what happened to Hallie. You don't wish that for anyone. I don't wish no injury for anyone. But the Miles Turner, I don't know what the fuck happened there. I don't think Miles Turner is a $30 million player. But when you live in Indiana and you're not going to get free agents, you give him the money. You maybe you work with him because the money he got from the Milwaukee wasn't a lot. He got like, I believe it goes up every single year. I think it's like 21, 22, and then it goes up to like 25. You can give Miles Turner $25 million. I'm not a big Miles Turner guy. Fucking terrible rebounder. He did not show up in the playoffs. But what he does on the defensive end, like blocking shots at the rim, and just spacing the floor for Siakam. Siakam literally said, I want to go to Indiana because I want to play with Miles Turner. Now, that's a crazy thing to say, but that's the main reason why you wanted to go, because you wanted a spacing big, and you lost him, and now your big man lineup, your big man off the bench is Jay Huff, James Wiseman, who tore his Achilles, Isaiah Jackson, who tore his Achilles. Those are your three bigs coming off the bench. I don't think they have Tony Bradley anymore. He's not worth naming. So with that being said, they have to be a loser. Like they don't have a replacement for that. And I know I like Jay Huff a little bit. He could like shoot the three, play kind of defense, stuff like that. But is he an NBA starting caliber big? No. So even if like I don't know. I haven't looked at free agency for bigs next year and stuff like that. They probably don't even have the money like that to go get a big. They probably have to go get a big in the draft next year because this shit ain't cutting it. When Hallie come back, this shit not enough. Like they're not going back to the NBA Finals with Isaiah Jackson, Jay Huff, and James Wiseman. But it's a reset year, so it's just I think they're just losers for that. But whoever wants to go next, y'all can go. Or if y'all have any comments on the Pacers, because I don't know if y'all had them as a loser.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, but.
I'll go next with my winner. So who I got as a winner is the Rockets. They added a 50-40-90 guy. and they didn't have to really sacrifice a lot. They gave up Jalen Green, Jalen Brooks, and I think what was it?
They're first.
The 10th, the number 10.
Yeah, the 10th pick.
Yeah, to get KD. I mean, you're not expecting KD to come in there and run the whole offense or anything like that. Come in, get to your spots, shoot, score, do everything that you need to do on the offensive end. We good. We got a playmaker in Van Fleet. We got defenders in our young wings. So, yeah, you got a shot creator to pair with Van Fleet instead of how you had Jalen Green. And then for my biggest loser is the Warriors. You got the Kuminga drama. You didn't make no moves all offseason, and you lost Kevon Looney, your best rebound. So, yeah, that's definitely a L.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to get Al Horford. I think that's, like, already penciled in. Like, once the Kuminga situation gets finalized, I think they have until October 1st to get it finalized, and then he has to sign the 1-year qualifying offer. And then they're going to have enough money to then give the money to Al Horford. I think DeAnthony Melton is supposed to go there. Is that enough? I don't know if that's enough. But then again, like, the Warriors team, they were probably the best. They had like a 24-3 record with Jimmy. Once he got on the team, and then Curry fucking got injured. But that's the scary part. Curry's getting older, Jimmy's getting older, injuries can happen, and like they don't have nothing off the bench that you can go to when the going get tough. Okay, so
y'all actually have my two of them, so I'm gonna do the Nuggets as a winner. I think that's one of the best teams in the league now, just because when we watch them, Jokic couldn't do a lot of time what he wanted to do because of the floor spacing. Now he got, let me see, Cam Johnson, Tim Hardaway Jr. I think Bruce Brown also fits very well with that team. Yeah. Outside of Jamal Murray, he's able to come in and attack the basket what Jokic needs. I think he kind of fits in perfect. Also, again, Jonas, he's going to be elite for the fact that they needed another center off the bench to come in and score and do something for that team. I think the Nuggets are definitely huge winners. They gave everything Jokic wants. I think they're going to be back in the championship next year. Because how are you going to stop Jokic now? You can't rotate off of nobody. You can't double team, none of that. Tim Hardaway in the corner, Cam Johnson. We all know what happened to MPJ last year. Obviously, he had an injury, but now that Aaron Gordon can shoot, it's going to get scary. And also, Deron Holmes being healthy, another guy who's on a weak side defensive. They needed that with losing Michael Porter Jr., so they have him. For my loser, I would have to say the Knicks, only because they got Jordan Clarkson. But I think this is a sleeper, right? I think this is a sleeper loser because the Knicks has the opportunity to go to the championship next year, and they're not capitalizing on it because their flaws, they're not making up for their flaws defensively off the bench or offensively. Like Jordan Clarkson, yes, but he's very inefficient, and he's just not a winning player. If that makes sense, you don't have to worry about the Celtics next year, the Pacers next year, the Cavs. That's the only team. The Cavs is for real, right? So it's a sleeper loser team for the fact that they didn't capitalize off nothing. They're the same team as last year. You needed to get another backup big first off, outside of Mitchell Robinson, and a more efficient off the bench scorer. I'm okay with Clarkson. I need something more than that. So
they also got Yabusele that could play like spot minutes at the 5. I mean, you're not asking him to. That defensively he's going to be bad if you have him at the 5. But like you could do some things. I'm not too bad at that. But like, what also could the Knicks really do? Like they're in second apron. They're fucked. Like,
that's what I'm saying. I think like we were saying, Mikal Bridges is getting paid a lot of money. You could have traded him and got somebody who does what he does on a less deal. Even if they got Malik Beasley, there's a lot of guys they can go out there and get outside of Mikal. His deal is ridiculous. I'm sorry.
Malik Beasley, I saw a rumor before like the pod started, like Malik Beasley is looking at New York and the Knicks and some other team. I cannot remember.
He goes there, that's elite.
If he goes there, I like it. They're probably just never going to be, like with Cat and Brunson, they're probably never going to be a good defense. Like,
Yeah.
as in like in the playoffs, like when the game gets slower. And in the regular season, I forgot. I think they were top 10 or whatever. Fuck the regular season with them. They're going to make the playoffs. They're going to be a top 3 team in the East. The regular season doesn't matter for them. It does not matter for them. It's in the playoffs.
That's the reason I got them. So I got them as a loser because I think they need to get another backup big like Cornette or somebody who can be usable. Because I think in order for Cat to be them to be good on defense, Mitchell Robinson has to start. I believe he has to be the back line of defense and protect the rim. And if Cat get blown by, you're good. You don't have to worry about Cat getting blown by because you have a rim protector. So with Cat being a rim protector, I believe he was one of the worst defenders at the rim outside of Jokic. We cannot have that with Jalen Brunson on the front end. You can't have that. So I think they lost because their only chance to win the championship, which could be next year, they didn't capitalize on it. They're the same team. Yeah, they're the same because you're gonna have Jason Tatum back after that, Halliburton back after that. Pistons are on the rise. Like y'all, this is your only year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too mad at you. Like when you explain it like that, like
yeah,
I mean, they kind of got a big. I mean, Luke Cornette is kind of hard because he got paid a lot of money by San Antonio. I don't see him turning that down, and he was gonna get like and the big free agency market was bad. Like it was bad, but like they could have made a deal and tried to trade Mikal for something. Like there's a couple. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head that like could have, and it's hard. And you would have to probably attach some picks too.
Yeah.
If you want like a really good big now, because like Mikal's not gonna get you a young big. No one's trading a young big for Mikal.
But I know. Well, let me not say that. But it was some players on expiring deals, but they could have got Brook Lopez, who was a free agent. It was just two guys who was free agents, but somebody who can just replace what Mikal does is very easy to find because Mikal wasn't super elite last year. He was good in some spots, but if you traded him for Cam Johnson, I wouldn't be mad. I mean, his deal is ridiculous. Him and OG deal put together, it's like y'all have two superstars, which I don't. They're 3-and-D role players. So
that's why Brunson took the less money.
And I don't think that it is what it is.
I mean, they
can even trade it for Drew Holiday. I'd have been happy with them, and go use that money elsewhere. Go get Ty Jerome. Do something.
Yeah, the Celtics probably would have took Mikal. They would have probably took Mikal.
Well, no, I'm saying for the Blazers right now.
I don't think the Blazers are planning on trading him, which is crazy.
Yeah.
I think the Blazers literally, I think the GM, I saw the Dame Lillard interview when the press, and he said they are going to compete next year. Like, that's what Portland said. They are going to compete. Now, compete with the West.
For the play-in? That's going to be tough.
I'm not the GM, bro. I'm not advocating, but I like Portland's young talent. We got to do that. We got to talk about young talent one day. But I'm back. Y'all took both of my winners, Denver and Houston, so I'm not too mad at it. But I'll give you a loser. I'm not even gonna let me save this one. The Pelicans. This fucking team might be. Well, actually, thank God to you guys. Thank God for bad ownership. Thank God for Joe Dumars. Thank God for everything that could ever happen for that organization, for giving me their pick when they're not going to be good next year. They're probably not going to make the playoffs. Now, if Zion plays 82 games, the notes I wrote down for them, I literally said they gave us their pick next year for Derek Queen. He got hurt after Summer League.
How long?
They said until January. The start of January. Okay. You gave me your pick for Derek Queen. I mean, you can't predict that he's gonna get hurt, but still, it's just unfortunate. They're probably not gonna be good. Zion went from going to anime cons to being a gangbanger in the last 2 months. I don't like. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest. This is a bad organization. Zion is probably. I mean, if Zion says he's available, I don't know how many teams are running to the phone. I mean, he's going to have suitors. But they're going to get lowballed because
very, very lowballed.
They're going to get lowballed because of the injuries, what he's doing, the off the court shit. Sometimes I'm not going to speak on all of it. I'm gonna keep it basketball, but yeah, I think that pick is honestly the biggest thing. Trey Murphy is a really good player that's rising. He's always hurt. Zion's always hurt. DeJounte is coming back from Achilles torn. They got Jordan Poole. I love Jordan Poole. Has not shown he's a winning player since Golden State. You know, he was good last year. Jordan Poole was good last year, but he played on Washington. Who cares?
Yeah.
They got Kevon Looney, but they drafted a big, and
Last
they already
year.
and they drafted a big last year. They drafted a big this year. They got Jeremiah Fears, but they have Poole and they have DeJounte. I don't know when Fears is going to develop. So it's like they want to compete because they gave up their pick. But they have young players. They're the most confusing team in the league. I just don't get it. God bless y'all. God bless y'all.
They're confusing for sure. When you look at it on paper, I'm not gonna say it's good, but
no,
you got DeJounte, Poole, Trey Murphy, Zion, and Missy.
I didn't name Herb.
Jeremiah Fears off the bench. They're not trash. They're not gonna go nowhere, but if Zion can work in a good space and like how they have with Jordan Poole now, Jordan Poole also won't be the main defensive factor. I mean the main defensive, like when they're game planning.
Yeah, liability.
Yeah, so it's like now it's gonna be like he can play off of DeJounte and Trey Murphy and Zion now. He can get to his spots and just shoot like he did with the Warriors. I think it'll be a fun watch. But in the West, you're never gonna do nothing with that.
Yeah, it's just the West. I swear, if this was an East team, we're talking about them being like the 8th seed, most likely. But like when you're in the West and they're not better than a lot of rosters. And then one Zion injury,
which Zion is just hurt.
Is one Zion injury, they're cooked. They're cooked. They're cooked. Like Trey Murphy, like he put up good numbers being the number one option last year, but it wasn't like the advanced numbers. It wasn't all beautiful. Like the efficiency wasn't all beautiful stuff. That I love Trey Murphy. I know he's getting a lot of hype this offseason. Shout out to him. But I don't know if Trey Murphy's like your number one option if Zion goes out. Do y'all have any? I know we named the three biggest winners. Do y'all have any other winners?
No, because I had the Hawks and the Rockets, and then for my biggest it was the Warriors and the Pelicans. So yeah, okay. Like with the Pelicans, like you got that backlog at the big position, and then you're asking Jordan Poole to lead a team with no direction at the same time. So it's like same thing he about to do in Washington, or same thing that he just did in Washington.
You have another loser, Queso?
I got one more loser and winner. I'll say my winner first. My winner was the Wizards. And Trey Johnson was nice. Cam Whitmore, I like the direction that they're going. Letting Jordan Poole go. CJ McCollum is more of a guy who they can kind of rely on and not so immature, if that makes sense. Somebody who can lead them and teach them. And also, I think that was just a good winner. A loser was the Celtics. Obviously, we lost KP, Drew, and Jason Tatum. And we really can't compete no more. I think Jaylen Brown will do good. Peyton Pritchard will do good, but I just don't see us competing with our big men. Losing our defenders. Our defense is going to be weak. I think we're going to be good enough to make the playoffs only because it's the East.
But y'all don't want to.
I really don't want to because AJ DeBansa wants to come here. There's some dogs next year. I'm
bro.
And also, it sounds crazy, but as a Celtics fan, this is the first year I don't have to watch games and my heart racing. I know like, okay, we good. We win, we lose, we good. Other years, I know I'm gonna hear all this Twitter, everything. So now it's just I can watch the game. We lose, at least Jaylen Brown dropped 50. I'm happy now.
Welcome to Atlanta Hawks, bro.
Hey, I'm putting 1 year off. My last 2 years, I almost, you know what I'm saying? In the playoffs,
you were stressing.
Yo, I think 2023 played Heat Game 7 when folks missed or 2022 when he missed that Jimmy Butler missed the 3-pointer. My heart was through the roof. I had 7 bottles of water on the dresser, bro. I promise you. Roared to everything. 7 bottles of water because that game 7 was very stressful. Al Horford keeps wanting to be the point guard, running the ball, about to lose the ball every possession. Nah, I don't want. I can't go through that no more. I'm good this year. I'm happy.
I'm happy.
I want to say happy, but I'm good this year.
Yeah, I'm good. My only loser was the Brooklyn Nets. 5 first-round picks. You draft 4 point guards. One's a big, that's a point guard. They drafted Drake Powell. I like Drake Powell, but I like Danny Wolf, but I don't know if he'll be a real NBA player. He's just kind of yeah. I hope so. I like him, but still, regardless, you drafted 4 point guards, and once I just don't get it. And then they still have the Cam Thomas situation. Oh yeah, I do have another loser. It's not a team. It's restricted free agents. Josh Giddey, Quentin Grimes, Kuminga, Cam Thomas. All 4 of them was expecting to get money. All 4 of them haven't got shit. They're all jobless. Well, they're not jobless because they'll be a qualifying, but that they was all expecting big bread. They didn't get it. And the Nets, they have Michael Porter Jr. going on interviews. Shout out to him. Yeah, I'm not. The only thing I think is promising about the Nets is Jordy Fernandez. They have a coach. And I'm going to pray for him every single night because I don't think that team is bad. And it's funny. Every time we see like Giannis news or some big free agency, we always see it's like the random. Hey, Brooklyn got him. Brooklyn got picks to give him. I don't want to see Giannis in Brooklyn. I'll cry for him. I'll dead cry
That'd
for
be
him.
nasty.
He'll never do it though. He'll never, because once Giannis asks for a trade, if he ever does ask for a trade, he's going to control where he goes to. So he's not going to ever say, y'all want to go to Brooklyn after the Kyrie situation and Kate, how they end. Yeah, no. Yeah, Brooklyn's fucking dog shit. Respect to them. Respect to their fan base though, because they go through a lot.
Actually, they do.
They go through a lot. What's up?
That's another sleeper was the Hornets. Like we were just talking about how LaMelo didn't have a lot of spacing and stuff like that. They got Liam McNeely, who was a great 3-point shooter. Con Knipple was one of the best 3-point shooters. They got, let me see, Colin Sexton. I think they actually suited up pretty well for the East. Ryan, the center that they also drafted, he was a 20 and 10 guy, 35% shooter, 3 blocks a game in college for Creighton. He was nice. I actually like the roster this year if they can stay healthy. Brandon Miller has to stay healthy. Bridges had to stay healthy. LaMelo has to stay healthy and stop fouling. In the East, they can actually make the playoffs. They are a sleeper because now LaMelo can facilitate to Liam McNeely in the corner. If y'all don't see him in Summer League, elite.
He's good. He's elite.
I think I made a Twitter post about him. That was my best player. Like last year we did Bub. This year was Liam. He's elite. He can do whatever he wants on the court. Can rebound, can assist, everything. Con Knipple, 40% shooter. They're set for greatness, and they got one of the best coaches in the league from the Celtics. So
yeah, I'm not the biggest draft. I mean, I'm slowly getting into the NBA draft every single year, like learning prospects. I just remember Liam McNeely was supposed to be like a top 15, top 12 pick. I remember he was mocked to Atlanta, and then I did some research on him. I think he had like a high ankle sprain. Yeah, he got an ankle sprain. It was grade 3, and he played on it for the rest of the season and fucked up his stats. And then he goes out to Summer League, gets motherfucking buckets, and now the Hornets look like geniuses for the first time. This might be the first draft they've had that I can like look at. I mean, Brandon Miller was a gimme, but other than that, like this is the first draft I can look at and be like, before I even see them play, be like, oh no, they did their thing for once. They have a big the Ryan guy. I'm not the biggest guy on him, but he does what big men like. He rolls.
Yeah,
he blocks shots.
A little bit.
And they got Mason Plumlee back. I mean, I'm so sorry for even bringing him up. I shouldn't.
Yeah,
that doesn't matter. but Ryan is good. I think Ryan is not good, but he does what a regular big man can do.
Yeah,
you gotta respect that. Like a big man that can roll and block shots. That's all you need sometimes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that is all for the episode. I enjoyed this episode a lot. This shit was fun.
Sure.
The next episode 2, we will be doing shooting guard rankings. Top 30, we have to come together as a group and talk about who's a shooting guard and who's not a shooting guard. I feel like we did that mostly with the point guards. I think the only people were on a hedge is like Mikal because he played the 2 kind of, but we know he's not a shooting guard. We could just like throw him in small forward and we could just have a juiced up small forward list. But I appreciate everyone who watches. Leave a like, a subscribe, 5 stars on audio platforms. Follow the TikTok, follow the Instagram, follow the Twitter, follow Queso, Malik, me on all socials. They'll be down below. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great day. Bye.